All right, Nick, let's talk about the Seattle Seahawks. This is a team on fire, playing well above expectation. Maybe above our expectation, everybody else's expectation, but not above their own expectation. I think Seattle had kind of an idea that this was going to be a team on fire, a team that's going to take the world by storm, and they certainly have. They've been very impressive so far to this part in the season, Nick. But we have a story, an update on a key player for Seattle who people are worried about, but we have good news. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. But Seattle fans, you probably wouldn't have expected it at this point, but it's been almost a third of the season now. The team is looking really good, and we've got to know in the comment section below, what do you think your win total is going to be at the end of the season? Obviously, it's been very interesting. You're 4-3 right now. Some people are saying, oh, they're going to be just a 500 team at best, but they're winning games. I think this is a team that could possibly win the NFC East. So let us know in the comments below, what do you think your record is going to be at the end of the season? But Nick, give us an update on Seattle.
Yeah, so I don't think they'll win the NFC East, Miles. I think the NFC West. Right?
Well, they could win the East if they're good.
They could. I mean, they've been playing pretty good, especially on offense, and they've been just an absolute juggernaut on that side of the football, coming off a massive a massive win over the Chargers. Great performance by the Seahawks. But there was some concern, alluded to your point, was that star wide receiver DK Metcalf left the game early with a serious knee injury. In fact, he was carted off the field. But there's good news. So this was according to Pete Carroll talking to all Seahawks. I'm going to quote Carroll here. This is about Metcalf saying, we got a really good report this morning. He does not need surgery. He hurt his patellar tendon some. It's a great report. There's discussions of whether he'll come back and play this week or not. They're going to see how practice goes and how he looks. There's some question marks there. But no matter what, Mize, this is outstanding news because at the time of the injury, it looked extremely serious. And this has been a season that has flipped teams' fortunes around depending how the injury bug shaked out. Obviously, the Jets with Breece Hall, that terrific rookie's done for the year. There's been a lot of concern. Got quarterbacks like Dak Prescott has missed time. Injuries have shifted the flow of the game, but for a lot of teams, but luckily for the Seahawks, this isn't serious. DK Metcalf may only miss a game or two here or there, maybe no games at all. We'll see how the week of practice shakes out. This is big news for Seattle team because right now they're clicking on all cylinders, offense, defense, special teams. The only thing that looks like could really stop them right now is maybe injuries, and the fact that they avoided this bug is a great sign for this football team. Miles, what do you think of this news? Obviously, it's great news, but what do you think of the Seahawks offense and their kind of fortunes going forward?
Yeah, no, I'm excited about it. Obviously, they said the X-ray came back and there was no damage as part of the injury. But coming off a big win against the Chargers like this, you don't want anything to slow down your momentum. You've got 2 wins in a row now. You're coming into a tough New York Giants team. So I think to keep the offense clicking, I hope that he can make his way back. But, if you can get past the Giants, even if DK isn't available, you definitely want him to come back for the second go-around with the Cardinals the week after that. Big division game. So that one's going to be really important for the Seahawks. DK is a really important part of this team. Obviously, they have a great receiving core overall, but Tyler Lockett is getting a little bit older. DK Metcalf is obviously the top. He takes the top off of the defense. He's a big, physical, fast receiver. But Goodwin's also, he kind of stood out last game to me a little bit. He showed that he was a threat, but I think the new emergence of Kenneth Walker III has really opened up the running attack for Seattle, and this will help guys like DK, Lockett, and Goodwin thrive a little bit more. So I hope that DK gets better. I hope he can get back against a tough New York Giants team who just seems to find ways to win. But that's what Seattle's been doing too, man. I think that this is a team that can really give the Giants a run for their money.
Oh, I don't think it's just the Giants. I think honestly, right now, if you took a gun to my head, I'd say they beat the Giants. I think this team has shown, and they've surprised the heck out of me, that they have the ability to beat anybody. They're a fast, young, athletic defense that's getting better and better. Their offense is explosive and powerful. And I really look at this football team. They are complete going into the season. There were some question marks. 2 rookies on the offensive line. They're coming in doing a heck of a job. How's Metcalf Lockett going to mesh with Geno Smith? It's been fantastic, obviously. So this team is absolutely complete. They are a dynamic force in the NFL right now. They're kind of forgotten about, maybe because they're in the Pacific Northwest. They're not, East Coast. There's probably been more talk about the Giants than there has been about the Seahawks, even though I think The Giants have a better record, but I think the Seahawks are a better team, and I think we'll see it this Sunday. But nevertheless, Mize, I think the fact that they didn't have a serious injury here is huge, because I honestly believe the only thing that'll derail this team's momentum, because I mean their numbers are off the charts. I mean Geno Smith 70+ completion percentage, Kenneth Walker's a stud. Like this team has playmakers anyway. Everywhere. The only way they get slowed down is injuries, and they avoided a big bug here, and that's a huge break for the Seahawks and a good sign for them the rest of the way.